Vietnam. So we're gonna do the meditation for the calm heart that everyone knows, I suppose. Yogi Bhajan taught it in September 81. So we take the left hand and we put it here in the heart to connect to the heart. And the right hand, gonna do Gyan Mudra. Okay, so this thumb here. And you do a nice angle. Regarding the eye, it could be closed or open at 110 and look at the tip of the nose. So the breath is long and calm. And you inhale deeply. When you are at the top, you suspend your breath. Just suspend gently. And when it's too much, you exhale very slowly in conscience. And there you suspend again your breath. And when you feel it again, inhale gently. Feel your heart, feel your hand. Suspend. And exhale in your own rhythm. And you visualize the breath, the prana, in all this.
Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Another time, inhale, 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 again, again. Exhale. And last time, inhale. Exhale. Stretch your arm. Stay in conscience. And just let your arm go down in your knees. Contemplate a few seconds. And sat down.
Great. Thank you very much, Amarjap. It was a lovely meditation. I love that particular one. Okay, good. So let's ground a little bit ourselves, like, um, presenting a little bit what is the intention of this gathering. Also, we have the opportunity now to connect with each other in little groups. But just before that, I just like to say that's the first time that IKTA is holding this type of space by regions. Um, we have noticed in the last 3 years the importance of deepening our commitment to serve communities locally through their leaders, through their representatives of the national associations, but not only those teachers that are developing somehow a leadership role in their communities. So we're holding like 4 different gatherings this week. Yesterday we have the US and Canada region. And today is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Tomorrow we have Latin America, and Friday we hold the Asia and Oceania gathering region. So this is part of intention to really create some bridges and also to learn from our neighbors and to facilitate, this type of experience of getting together and extend ourselves and learning what through knowing what we've been doing this in this last years, like with the no ways of teaching, and also discovering new ways to relate to the teachings and also to expand the teachings. So we kind of framing it, these gatherings, and this with this question of how we can expand and make the Kundalini yoga more accessible for everyone. And so we have an opportunity to exchange with each other during these sessions, and also to inspire ourselves and hopefully to learn with each other. And now I would like to invite you to go to a very short conversation with your mates, with your peers. And I would like to that you can present yourself, so like where you're from, and what is your motivation to be here today. Um, so Hariavtar was organizing the breakout rooms, and this will be like a very quick conversation, not too long. You will have like 5 minutes, and we ask you, each one of you, to take like maybe 1 or 2 minutes each. So yeah, please manage your time so everyone can speak. And of course, if you don't want to speak, it's okay to pass. And yeah, and also I would like to invite those that have the cameras off. So if it's okay for you, it would be great to have your camera on so we can see each other. And I'm pasting the questions in the chat. Okay. So yeah, you can open Hari Avatar and enjoy. See you soon in 5 minutes. Lucy, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, she left or she joined the...
It seems that Mm. What about ask them to write the name of the country with their names?
Yes, I asked them twice, so some of them can, yeah.
It's so nice to see people here online that I already met in person. That's great. Arda, Samarjab, I can remember that we hugged each other.
Okay, great. Welcome back. I hope you had a nice conversation. You had a chance to meet each other a little bit and chat a little bit. So the part of the intention to, know more people, new people, and yeah, recognize our neighbors, right? Even that maybe it's far away. So like before I would do like a short activity, I just would like to frame a little bit about presenting IKTA, and I would like also to ask Hariapta to present the work with the national associations. So as I was sharing at the beginning, is like part of this the intention and the framing of this gatherings is to really give one step forward towards what has been our work in the last 2-3 years of bringing more diversity, inclusion, and accessibility to the Kundalini Yoga teachings, and along with the Kundalini Beyond Borders program and different initiatives, and also our intention of offering programs. Last year, we offered 2 programs related to the care icon of ethics, like debating and bringing to the light different themes, and also parts of the code of ethics, so we can not only understand the importance of the ethical issues related to our profession, our path as human beings in the Kundalini Yoga, but also to create this kind of environment, safe environments, that we can meet different people from different parts of the world, that can have different ways of approaching the Kundalini Yoga teachings, and that are changing and making their own transitions in their own communities. So what's very valuable for us last year, that we have been holding these type of spaces, and also through the leadership program that we held, that part of the intention is to take a look, or to really pay attention to what kind of leadership do we need nowadays, and with all the changes that we're living in our communities and in our societies. So I see that's important to refresh the style of leadership, and also the values, and also our intentions as leaders, and the purpose as leaders in our communities. So I would like to pass to Hariapta, so we can a little bit present the national association. Maybe I know that there's some people that are part of the national associations here, and also can talk a little bit about his work with the national associations.
Satnam, hola, bonjour, hello. Hello. I know so little from different languages, different than Spanish and English, and that's one of the reasons I admire you, people from Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. You are amazing in learning more than one language because of your nature. That's something that I've witnessing. Your multicultural reality, multi-language reality, that's a really like an example for the global Sanghat. And there are 26 national associations in all this area, Europe, South, Africa, and the western side of Asia. I have my mind mixing words right now, but we have, for example, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Latvia, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Slovakia, Slovakia, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Switzerland, Togo, United Kingdom, Ukraine, and also South Africa and Russia, with their own local process of becoming a national association, like a group of organized teachers, mostly. That's what a national association is. And from IKTA is an invitation to hold a neutral space for all teachers in that region, in that country or local community. And so I just want to mention that it has been an honor and an inspiration to see like the different moments or stages in different national associations. Some of them are standby right now. Some of them are reactivating. Some of them has been active during the whole time. So it really responds to a local and natural process that it's answering to the needs of that particular community of teachers. And that has been really inspiring because there is no like an uniform or a standard and everyone should do the same at the same time. It's part of the grace of the nature, expressing in diverse ways, connected by the same intention of serving people through these teachings, serving their lives. So I just want to mention that. And from IKTA, we want to encourage you to keep connected with your local Sangat, to keep building relationships and spaces where you can serve together, when you can learn from each other. That's something that we really see as a value in a process of a Kundalini yoga teacher, because we are serving as leaders in our different places, communities, cities, neighborhoods. And as leaders, sometimes it's useful, right, to share with other colleagues so you can feel also the confrontation, the company, the collaboration, which is so much valuable today. I can see here, for example, Amarjap Kaur from the French Federation of Teachers. I can see, for example, from Slovenia, Dunya, Pritam Harikar from South Africa. And that's my first side. I can see Jagat Jyoti also from the UK and South Africa. Sarabjit, I know that you are serving at the 3HO Europe also organization, and it's a good moment to mention that from IKTA we had a really nice experience like collaborating with 3HO Europe, and in their intention also to serve national association. So we hope to continue supporting that collaborative work to serve you all. Yeah, it's really nice to see all of you. Simranjit.
Yes, so great. Now we're going to I would like to guide us through like a very short activity here. We want to create like a word cloud together. Not sure if you have used this before. It's really nice. When I would like to invite you to answer to a question that I will put in the chat, the link for the question, and the question is, so it will prepare us to the next steps. What inspires you to be a Kundalini Yoga teacher? So you can click in the link in the chat, and you have the opportunity to give your short answer. It's like a short answer. You can give answer until 3 different answers. Please let me know if you can see it, and we'll see the word cloud after you answer it. So let's take 1 or 2 minutes to answer it. Okay, I see there's a couple of answers already. Okay, good. Let me share with you why we have answers going on. Hmm. Okay. I think we have enough here, but you can just finish if you already answered to it. So I'm going to share with you. Can you see it?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, and the idea of these word clouds, that's when we have like big words, is that one that because we have more people answering the same thing. So I will start from the borders. So enjoy, experience, spreading the teachings, new life, impact, self-love, connection, change, community, go inside myself, peace, unity, contribution. Learn from colleagues, helping others, sharing the light, health, give me self-confidence, transmission, serve people's journey, deep connection, serve, sharing the knowledge, serve my purpose in life, channel, sangat, service, love, sharing, self-love, light. Great. And seeing this word cloud, I would like to invite you also so we can finish this activity and you can like stay in your mind, in your own field. Which of these, words connects you with your personal experience as individual and your, lonely experience with Kundalini Yoga, and at the same time your experience with Kundalini Yoga in the community with the others, sharing and the collective experience. So take a look and connect with this invitation. Okay, great. Wahe Guru. So thank you very much. I will send to you this word cloud afterwards as a follow-up of this meeting, of this gathering. So, and now we're going to have the opportunity to talk with each other about some questions that we're bringing to you. And Hari Avatar, I would like to invite you to guide us now on. Thank you.
Satnam. And as our experience in IKTA, it's the international association, and our experience working with national associations to us has been really important to perceive the value of community, the value of being in relationship with each other. So we would like also to, so you can have the chance to share with others here about how is your experience with your local community of teachers. It could be around your neighborhood, in your local yoga studio where you practice or teach. It could be also like in your national experience, wherever you feel your local community of teachers. How is your current experience? What are the opportunities that you can find by being connected with them? We want to really get inspired from listen from each other experience. So that's an invitation, and we will paste this prompt in the chat so this can be clear for all of you. I hope that The time that we will provide will be enough. We will have 10 minutes. So it's a collective time that you will manage with your mates at the breakout rooms. Enjoy. Hi, Natasha. Do you see the prompt? The invitation to join the room? Hi, Jack Prem. Do you see in your screen the invitation to join the room? Satnam, Jack Prem, are you there? Thank you. We would like to share here in this main room about some pearls of wisdom or pearls of experience that you would like to deliver to others here. So please raise your hand or open your microphone. And how was it? Well, what are you aware of now after that conversation? What is being highlighted for you? For example, I feel curious, Jagat Jyoti, to hear from you. I never been in South Africa, for example. Would you like to share?
Satnam ji. Satnam. From our sharing, I was just saying that that actually not to focus on what I don't find, but what I can offer. Just keep on turning it around and be a real influencer quietly. It doesn't have to be shouting vocally, but I find that actually just walking down the road as I do, it doesn't take much to be a quiet presence that the people that want to have a chat or need a healing conversation, peaceful conversation, something that will make a little bit of a shift for them, and they're ripe for it. They do pitch up, and I can see that in these times, Kundalini yoga is really being pushed out of the classroom onto the streets. So that's what I was sharing. Satnam.
Satnam, thank you for sharing. And Jemila, if I could call on your name, would you like to share? Where are you from and how is your experience?
Oh, yes, of course. I really was not expecting to speak, but okay, that's my turn. First of all, I'd like to take time to acknowledge how happy and grateful I am to be connected to all of you. I was really looking forward to this gathering today because, like I said in the breakout rooms, I come from Mayotte, which is a French island between Madagascar and the African continent. And for now, at least I'm the only Kundalini yoga teacher. And I was trained in South Africa with Pritam, and I had the chance to be connected to a beautiful community, which is really helpful to me because it nourishes me in a way. Because when you're alone, it's like it takes a lot of energy, and I'm really loving to give all of that. But it's also amazing to receive from others, whether it's for the mind, but also for the heart, especially. And I've been working on a community building. It's growing slowly at its own pace. And I hope in the long run, I can have other teachers as well to join me, because I'm not always there, and it does not allow me to serve as much as I would like to. But I try my best. And today being connected to all of you is always very inspiring to me. And I'd like to say hi to my South African communities, Tanya and Pritam. So that's all I can say for now, at least. I don't know if I have to add something, but yeah, that's my experience.
But now, thank you very much. Browsing, how is it for you in Iceland?
Well, they're saying in the room, I've been out of it for a bit. The Yogi Bhajan thing kind of blew Kundalini yoga out of the water in Iceland. And the community wasn't really great to begin with. And that just really kind of almost did away with it. I'm not even sure who's teaching now or if anyone is teaching. One of the women who does level 1 sent out a survey a few weeks ago to everyone whose email she had to kind of get a feeling about who's teaching, who would like to teach, who doesn't want anything to do with it, who might be interested in level 1, level 2. So we'll see what that does. Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have much to say. I'm kind of here to see what everybody else is saying, to get some ideas and getting inspired. So, Satnam.
Wahe Guru, Satnam. Is there anyone else who would like to share?
Satnam
Dunya.
from Slovenia. Maybe I can share just from these discussions and listening. I understood, even if I knew, but I understood really how it's valuable to have, we do have association that have community and keep it functioning. Even though sometimes I feel like it should be more, there should be more people, we should, more teachers should teach because they are there, they don't teach. But we have teachers' teachings, and we have every year festival that we organize, and we have every year meeting of the Kundalini Yoga teachers in Slovenia and so on. So, and there are different workshops and people are teaching. So made me recognize actually that I should be more grateful for what we already have instead of feeling like I should do more to get people together. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Satnam. We have time in this section for one more sharing, and then we will go to the next step. I know that we are sharing in English, and if English is not comfortable for you, is not your first language, go ahead. We will make our best to understand each other. Jack Prem, would you like to share?
Unfortunately, when there was the split up group, the second round, I was still reconnecting, so I didn't take part in any of these groups. And I think, like, from what I know from the last few months, the community of Kundalini Yoga in the Czech Republic is actually like being, I don't want to say reborn, but the activity is maybe being reborn. And it seems like that I had time and the need to jump in the right time. Because when I contacted them, I think like 6 years ago, there was a different like president or the head of it, and he said, you can become a member, but we are actually not doing anything, so it makes no sense for you to pay the fee. So it was kind of weird, especially in Kundalini Yoga. I was thinking, that's so weird. And now with Sat Shabbat, we even were able to put me in the process that I'm translating the teachers' prayers invitations from IKYTA, which is an ideal, I want to say deal, but a small activity, and I can feel involved somehow, and it is helping them already. And as far as I know, they have been meeting every year before Christmas for a weekend even. And but I wasn't there. It's quite far from the capital. And now we will meet in the beginning of April, just in Prague for 1 day. And there have been some online meetings as well. The first one in, I don't know if it was December, or you actually joined. You were there too. So December, was it November? It was maybe November already. So things are moving. I don't know so much about the controversies about Yogi Bhajan because I learned about it much earlier than the community probably. But the topic of ethics was there in this meeting in November. But I think it was not so much reactions from the participants. So everybody's maybe waiting if it will be really something continuously happening and talked about. So for me, it's more, it seems positive. So, thank you, Satnam.
Satnam, thank you for sharing. Yes, different processes in different communities, opportunities to take new leadership roles to serve in this current time, right? Yeah. Thank you everyone for sharing. I really appreciate, and we really appreciate to integrate the experiences and knowledges that you have through this conversation, through this sharing. So thank you so much. Jampal, please.
Satnam, it is really, really inspiring to see from how many countries we are from and how many ways we have to be related between us. Part of our labor as a teachers, I mean, we provide more than Kundalini Yoga classes. We build communities around us, and that communities will be valuable not just for the people around us, but also for us. And this is part of our teachings, how we can be a Sangat, yeah. And the next question that we want to go into is, how are you making Kundalini Yoga accessible for people in your region or in your city? And this don't imply necessary classes, yeah. We are talking about classes, or for example, Seva, or projects that you are involved with, or information that you can bring to your communities. This is really, really important, and every effort could make the difference for somebody else. Yeah, so we want to inspire you to share with your groups. What are you doing for that purpose? How this is working on your region, and probably have some inspiration for us, because IKYTA, you are serving teachers, you are serving students, you are serving people in your region, but we want to serve you and to support you on that labor. Yeah, this is our role. So we want to hear and we want to learn from you that you I mean, you are the people that is on the front for say something, yeah? So please share with us and enjoy your recap, bro.
Super.
Satnam, welcome everyone back. I would love to hear what you has been sharing and share your inspiration with all of us. If someone wants to start, I'm more than ready to hear from you.
Yes, I would like to start. It has been very inspiring for me, especially now that there has been so much polarization with the allegations, and it seems like everything it has been falling apart, and that has made me very sad. But in my conversations with these two Kundalini yoga teachers, one from South Africa and the other one from Croatia, how they're thinking, what their thinking is, and how they see the future, and how they integrate Kundalini yoga into their life and into their heart. I feel more relaxed that the future is going to be very wonderful, and that the hands that we are leaving these organizations into are going to do a very wonderful job. So I thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarabji. So somebody else wants to share. For every region, for every community is very different, even for every teacher. But the core of our teachings remind inside of ourselves. And this is very, very important to share from the heart and to be inspiring students and to be inspiring between each other. So if someone else wants to share.
Satnam, a very interesting topic came up in our session. That's how to balance needing to earn a living and surviving, and the challenges of perhaps being the teacher that teaches the weird yoga, and the temptations of popularity. That was a discussion we were having, which feels very, very relevant. Why not just do Hatha yoga because it's more popular? Why not just say things that students want to hear, because then maybe more teachers will come to class. Yeah. Satnam.
Satnam, yeah, this is uh, how important is that, to being honest and to be teaching what we want to share, what we are living, our experiences as a way, I mean, as our way to live, and instead to be thinking to make money or to be very, very popular and be in a a yogi from Facebook or Instagram, with all my respect for all those yogis that are yogis and Facebook yogis. So yeah, thank you. Meher Sangatkar, if you want to share.
Hey, Satnam. I have some critical questions, especially for IKYTA. How do we deal with conflict between teachers and that impacts the whole Sangat community? What can we do more to support teachers and students' recovery from the allegations of Yogi Bhajan? Because that's triggered a lot of people, and some of them are still, you know, in the wound and has not recovered from that. And then in the context that we live in today, which is known as the Anthropocene, which means that we as humans are, you know, combined with technology, and we have a permanent impact on geological epoch of today, meaning that we are more distant from each other. Even now, we are looking at screens, staring at each other. The pro to that is we can meet people from all over the world, but we must admit the lack of connection and intimacy with really getting to know one another. How do we support students and teachers with this psychosocial isolation, so that there is more in real life events? This is beyond the epoch, but also recovery from COVID-19 that has permanently impacted our social engagement with each other. That's my questions. Thank you, Satnam.
Satnam, thank you for your questions. This is part of being together, to find questions, important questions, and to find responses and solutions. So probably for all these questions, we will go one by one. Harry, after Simranjit and I can bring some questions and some responses, sorry, to this. And for others, yeah, depends of the community, of course. For the first one, if I remember well, was about how about the conflicts between teachers, isn't it? That affect the community. Yeah, this is a hard though question, because if the teachers are pillars on the community and they have problems between them, we hope and we pray that they can find the solution and practice all of the conscious communication that we has been practicing, or we suppose that everyone has been practicing, to solve this and to keep the conflict between them and try to find the compassion and conscious to deal with, in order to don't affect the communities or the practice or on the students. But I know that could be that be hard sometimes. If the conflict is something about the ethics, you can have always the support from EPS. You can have we have a line in EPS. This is really, really important part of our practice and our institutions, that you can go there and receive some support, and even they can receive some support and see how serious is the conflict, and they can try to find a way to bring a solution into this. So depends of the conflict, and if you need some support, or if you have some specific example, we are ready to hear you and bring you some orientation. This is a hard question, because we don't know the big frame of this, but we have resources to help teachers and to support communities into this. So Hariatra, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, Satnam, I really appreciate your questions, Meher Sangat. I can speak from my experience witnessing the way that different communities and organizations related to Kundalini Yoga have been working around these practical issues. For example, as Jean-Paul was saying, there is the EPS, this Office of Ethics and Professional Standards, that used to work around the ethic cases that you can present through the website. And also now it's included the restorative justice support, because sometimes in the communities, the situation is not completely related to the code of ethic, but is related to the need to go over a conflict that need advice, or that needs company from the outside to come to a good ending. And restorative justice approach has been really attuned with the awareness and the consciousness that these teachings are offering to us. So it's like a modern, or kind of, it's not modern, it's really ancient, but is an current tool that is available to be applied in resonance with the consciousness of these teachings. So I just wanted to mention the restorative justice with the EPS connection. And also we have been witnessing also that it's true that in some communities, because of conflict, personal conflict between like teachers who are leaders in the community, for example, they don't want to keep working together anymore, and that create like a break in the community, because there are some teachers and students that feel emotionally close to them, or they have a friendship relationship. So it's not easy, right? Because sometimes they can feel pushed to take part of something that is not related to them directly. So it has been part of the situations. And from IKTA, what we have been trying to do is to make all these conversations like very practical around the code of ethics, around what it means to be a Aquarian leadership today. So those two main topics were something that we were exploring last year, inviting teachers from different communities. We were also working very close with EPS to provide a better access to a training that's related to anti-harassment, so every teacher can become more aware about this. Because we feel connected by these teachings of Ek Onkar, right? That we are all one. We are all part of the same creation. We are all part of the same consciousness. And that's what inspired us to do things together and to be continuing learning how to serve in these current times. So I just want to add that, for example, as EPS is doing, including restorative justice in the way that this office support teachers and communities, also, for example, I know that from KRI, with the trainers and the process that they provide for the people in the academy who are playing important leadership roles also in their community, this organization has been also working on how to serve those trainers, so those trainers can be skilled to accompany the communities in this type of processes, which is connected with keep serving the world, honoring what is timeless, and stepping up to today's unique challenges. So it is a question that is alive, Meher Sangat, in different places of the organizations and communities around Kundalini Yoga, from my experience working with national associations. So it's not like a final answer. I just want to share that there are things going on around this. There are people caring and being curious about how to continue learning, how to serve in this current time. What do we need to learn in resonance with the teachings. I hope I could add more information to more answers to your initial question, Satnam.
I don't remember. I'm really sorry. I don't remember your other questions. I remember was something like 3 or 4. But I will. We are a little bit on time, and I really want to serve you. We really want to support you on all bringing you the information that you may need to your concerns. These are very important. So if you want to send us an email and we can set a meeting with you, or we can provide the information if you prefer, will be great. And yeah, I don't know if we can go to the next part. Simranji or Heliopter?
Yes, I was checking on the agenda. Sorry, everyone. It's really hot here. I'm trying to put my mind focus. And yes, we want to take this final 10 minutes a little bit to collect some final words, and also thanking to Jagat Jyotikar, who will lead us in a closing, very connected with the vibration that inspire us, so we can leave our mind, we can include our mind in that vibration, because it is about integration. So for this part, these final words, the intention is that we can share the feeling of this gathering. What are we taking with us from this gathering? And before we do that, I just want to mention to all of you that this Sunday is happening the Teacher's Prayer, which is a monthly global meditation hosted by different local communities or national associations. In this case, this Sunday, Uruguay is the country that will lead us. If you click on the link in the chat, you can access files with the invitation text and graphics in different languages that you could use to spread the word within your community. Please. So coming back to this closing, what are you taking from the gathering? If you could write in the chat or speak out using your microphone, trying to include and integrate everything that this experience brought you today. If you could share in one sentence or one word, this ambit of experience, this essence, what are you taking with you from the gathering of today? Connectedness with my commitment, inspiration. Solidarity. Connection and hopeful. Touching base with Sangat fortifies my heart. Wahe Guru. Willingness to teach. Crisis. Those of you representing your national associations, I'm inspired by your seva. I can see so much commitment in you. Blessings, Wahe Guru. Fulfillment. Thank you so much for sharing. Jean-Paul will share in the chat a contact email at IKTA where you can be in touch with this organization for any requests that you may have, or comments, suggestions are very welcome. And I want to take Meher Sangat's comment about crisis, which is a great opportunity for us, right, to see, to observe, and to use the consciousness and the tools that we have, so we can be open to receive the gifts, and we can be open to use the opportunities to embody all this consciousness and teachings in our actions. So Simranjit, please.
Yes, and we have also some other sharings in the chat, like Lucy said, we are together, Keval Dharam, inspiration, and Dunya, sharing commitment. Thank you for all of this, these beautiful words, and to be here in this connection. I think it's really important to create these connections at these times. And so John Paul shared the email in the chat, and I also shared a link about, like I said, a very brief survey about this session. If you can save the link, don't have to answer now because you take 4 minutes for your time. But if you can save it and answer afterwards, we appreciate it. It's like a feedback about the the flow of this gathering, and the proposals. So will be valuable for us. And please, you take some for 4 minutes to answer to it. Yeah, so Wahe Guru, and so I would like to pass Jagat Jyoti so we can do a brief chanting, so we can vibrate together and close this gathering in high vibrations with love and and connection. So Jagat Jyoti, one more time, thank you for accepting our invitation to hold this closing. Satnam.
Satnam Jis. So let's bring our hands onto our hearts. I thought actually to chant very quietly, really spend time not immediately projecting out, but rather in and then out. And also starting with the chant, let's see how Guru Ramdas guides us to chant it this evening. I'm just going to go into quite talking mantra and see what opens up, just for a few minutes before we close. So whispering it to your heart and to your love and the world. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Wahe Guru Guru Das Guru, 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 Wahe Guru, Guru Ram, 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 Das Guru, Guru Ram, Das Guru, Guru Ram, Das Guru. May we face war with planting flowers and the art of our lives. May we bless ourselves by insisting on embodying peace in this breath and in every breath forward, forevermore. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Rubbing the hands together. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam.